For me, it's an early Monday. I've already been out doing a bit of work, back home for a bit, back out grinding soon. That's my life, baby. I'm very, very busy. But I'm not too busy for the streams. I want you to remember that I'm doing 4 streams a week. Well, today's Tuesday. Ooh, right? And doing one Thursday, so there's 2 of the days covered. And as many of you know, I do the weekend as well. Saturday and Sunday. I just want to remind you of the time for every stream. It's the same. 8 p.m. -4 GMT Atlantic time zone. I don't want you, I don't want you to miss any of them, to be real. But I want you to know the schedule. And I want you to know the time. Just so you know. Just so you can be here with me. Again, on a great journey. Covering tabletop role-playing games. Now, I told you recently about all these extra casual streams I have going down the line where I don't have a topic filled in. Well, I guarantee one of them will be covering 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons. I'm surprised that it has a bit more of a fan base around the old school than I actually knew. Right? I didn't know that 4th edition seems to have appealed a bit to some of the people I know in the wargaming zone. I'm like, really? Yeah. And that is the reason I'm going to cover 4th edition, because, well, if I can tie it to the old school, well, I'm mainly trying to cover old school stuff this year, but I'm like, hey, there's a connection. I'll take it. I'll run with it. Why not? Why not, right? So I won't be covering 4th edition next year. This way I get it out of the way. And I can find out, really, I'm already doing research on it. Like, why is it interesting? And I'm doing it on a casual night because I have not played or ran 4th edition. So I'm just going over some of the facts that, it's not about, like, I'm not going to teach you how to run the game. I haven't. Right? I haven't ran the game, so I'm not going to teach you that. I'm not going to teach you character creation because I haven't done that either. But I am going to try to figure out why it is so appealing. That's going to be my main aim between now and that stream, right? I do have some other casual streams. The reason I didn't mark them up was for potential interviews I could be doing. But I don't know. I don't know where that goes, right? I don't know who's open to me. I have no idea. There's so many reasons that it's likely that I'll have a really hard time finding people to interview. I totally get that. I don't hold it against anyone because I'm looking around the old school. I get that. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. It just is what it is. I'm slightly disappointed for you because everyone who's in my audience really liked the interviews that I've done recently. And I know you want to see me do more because they're interesting and I dig into people, and I try to make the person seem a lot more interesting overall. Their whole history, give them questions to get them talking, right? Really let them go on, not make it about me, right? That's always my main aim with the interviews. But hey guys, I just got to be real with you. That might not happen, right? I might not be getting any interviews. Some people will say yes, and then they hear stuff, and then I don't even hear from them. So I really don't know for sure. Some people back out, right? That's just how it goes. And I can't force anyone. And I'm not going to hound them. Like, if I'm not getting a response, okay, man, I could take a point. If people back off, there's no point in me being mad at them. I wish them all the luck in the world going forward. Even if they don't like me, that's fine. I don't care. I wish them all the luck going forward because I'm not doing the interview to hurt them. I'm spotlighting them. I hope it benefits my audience because they want to see it. And I hope the YouTubers that will come on, or whoever comes on here, they benefit from the interview in some way. Maybe promoting their product or promoting their YouTube channel or maybe Rumble channel or wherever the person comes from. I'm looking to help them while they help me because you want the interview. I want to make sure it benefits the people that are coming on to be interviewed, right? That's why I do the interviews the way I do, because I want to dig in and I want the spotlight to be on them, so it definitely benefits them to come do an interview with me, because I don't make it about me, I make it about them. And to me, that's That's the meet in the middle process where I get something out of it, but I'm making sure the other person gets something out of it at the same time. And I have a feeling I've done a pretty good job at that, because when I've done these interviews, their supporters, well, at least very close supporters, will come and tell me they really enjoyed the interview. They got a lot out of it about that person they love that I interviewed, that I spotlighted. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I've achieved the thing. I'm benefiting the person coming on while they're benefiting me. They're not just being used for the interview, right? That's not the aim. In the future, if it's somebody with a product, I hope I benefit the product by spotlighting the person and letting them spotlight what they're trying to sell you. My main focus is entertaining the people that already support me and the people that might want to support me down the line. I really hope to attract them. And there's no point about bitching about things that have happened. It happens, right? And it's better just to get back to work. Not bitch and get back to work. Because you can't change what has already happened. There is no changing what has already happened. It's happened, baby. We're here. Right? So, I mean, I can get a little ranty, but it's like sticking my head in the sand. It's no good. Right? I just got to get over whatever bothers me and get back to focusing on doing the entertaining part. Now, tonight, it'll be a lot more casual than before. I'll probably be sitting down, right? I guess people I don't know why people like that when I sit down on the cam. That seems to appeal to some people. Some people get bothered by the up and walking around thing. I don't know. But I guess on a lot of these casuals, I do plan on sitting down, right? And the interviews, if I do any, I definitely sit down because I don't want to walk around. When I do an interview, I don't want the attention to come to me when it's meant to be on the person. Or, like, if it does come to me, it's more about me not making faces in the wrong way, but, just reacting to the talker, the person being interviewed. Letting them know, like, oh wow, that's cool. Being positive in my reactions. And that's meant to make them feel a little better, boost their confidence, and get them talking more, right? But I really don't want the attention on me. That's why I don't do a lot of gestures or anything. I gotta say, I don't know. It appeals to people, I guess, but it is weird to sit there and be an entertainer like me and have to go like sort of dead air, dead face, and not be in that process, right? I can understand why some other people that tried to do these interviews, they end up talking almost as much as the person they brought on. Because it's hard just to sit there and let the other person talk and make pretty much the majority of the stream about that, right? Because a lot of people get on these streams or on camera and they just want to talk. That's why I think some other guys out there, when they have people on to interview them, it really just turns into the conversation instead of an interview because they want to talk just as much as the person, they brought on the spotlight, right? So maybe that works for them. My focus is always trying to come up with questions. So during the entire interview, the person being spotlighted really is being asked things that they're comfortable with, that gets them talking about the thing, and really focuses on them. I can handle that, but I do admit it's odd, and I think that's why other people get caught up, right? Because I just want to make sure you're entertained. So when I'm passing the ball to the person I'm spotlighting, they're talking. It's on them to be talking to you, and it can be weird just giving that ball over. When my job most of the time is to make sure you're entertained, and you know me, if you watch my things, I hate a lot of things other streamers are okay with, right? Like, I take entertaining you so serious. I don't want dead air in the wrong time. Like, I think it's good to think and stop and take something in when you're prepping to say the next thing. So I don't mind a tiny bit of dead air, as long as I know it's leading to something good. I gotta read for a second. That's good, right? And I try not to get bothered by minor stoppages now. And I think I've done better at that, which is good. But I'm always concerned about keeping you entertained. That's my main concern. If you ever wonder why I get a little weirded out about certain pauses, or say I'm there's a crunch night, like it's just not, it's not holding up. There's a few glitches in the stream. I get right stressed out where I see other people doing these streams and they're just like, they don't care. They don't care at all. Like, they just don't care about pauses. They don't care about none of that stuff. And I'm like, okay. It's just, to me, I'm turning this into a job. Something I actually want to do like it's work. It's not just casual to me. I hope that's appealing to you. Because there's enough casual out there. There's enough talk about everything but tabletop role-playing games when it's supposed to be a tabletop role-playing game stream. I'm not trying to put heat on anybody. I think it's fine that there's some people out there that start off where you think they're going to be talking about games and half the talk is about World War II or 1. I think it has its place. Fair enough. So I just go, well, if you have a lot of that, I go, well, what's the opposite of that? Which is just game talk. Pretty much most of the entire stream, right? And when I do my fact-based streams, I have casual time. So I give myself a little ease up, but you gotta understand, the majority of the stream is fact-based, focused on gaming, focused on the tabletop role-playing game, and then there's some slight talk after that. But even most of the casual talk, before and after, it's either just focusing on what's coming next, or it's even, more gaming talk, right? That's just the way it is. So there you go. I'm trying to tell you what you should be looking forward here, because I really am dedicated to this streaming thing. I invested money, I said recently, to restream. Took me a long time to decide if I would do that. Would I go to StreamYard or would I go to Restream? Well, I invested money in Restream. I invested money in towards X, getting that blue check mark, right? Trying to advertise what I'm doing here to get more people, into the seats, right? To join us in chat. Or in all honesty, just to simply sit back, paint their miniatures or do whatever, and be entertained, right? Again, I know the audience here. A lot of guys are a little bit older. Some nights they might be energized to talk. Some nights they just might want to hear what I have to say about the thing. So I never want people to feel like they have to partake in the chat. And I'm not someone who cares about a slow chat. My guys know that. They know they can just speak up whenever they feel like it. Like in the first 10 minutes, fine. Half an hour later, oh, say something again. They know I'm in entertainment mode. And I hope that makes my people comfortable. And I always want people to know there's no pressure talking at all. It's really all about entertaining. Even on casual night, in reality, I will come with things planned to say. So I'm going to bring some security. All casual nights, I will have stuff to talk about, right? We're good. It's like, put it this way. I can lean into the chat and just interact with you guys if you're active. Of course, no issue at all. I love to. But if you're just not active, again, I understand and respect my audience. I mostly take in older folks. So I'm like, okay, fair enough, man. You just might not be active tonight, but you want to be entertained. And I'll take care of that. I always have something to say. So you're safe. You're good when you come here, to Steven Saunders, or as many of you know me, Condor DM. So I want you to gather your thoughts on skills, any experience you have with whatever game and skills, what you think about them overall. Do they have a place in the games? I think a lot of these answers are simple, but it's just good to know where you stand. Like, yeah, you'd rather not have skills in the game. It's just not that important to you. Okay, cool. Or what are skills to you? What do you think of skills when you think of skills? Like, what are they to you? Benefits? Right? Are they bonuses? Are they just knowledge? I don't want to say too much because I have my own thoughts on this whole thing, right? But, I want to prepare your mind, get you thinking about the topic tonight. And I think this one is a serious topic. I really do. It's not a throwaway topic. I think it's very serious because the skill topic has been debated for years. Like, do you have them? Do you need them? Do you want them? Are they useless? Do they get in the way of your own player skill? Ooh, there's the question, right? Player skill. I mean, there's a skill, right? And do skills get in the way of player skill? Do they limit you or give you more access to stuff? Well, these are the kinds of things we're going to be wondering about, talking about, and I'm going to be sharing definitely some general opinions about these things. Again, pros and cons. Anyway, just doing this video to show you guys that I'm energetic for tonight, and I want to move towards that, right? Sit down and have a good talk with my people and enjoy it. That's what we're going to do, like we do every other night, right? Okay, I love you. Talk to you soon.